This episode of Postcards from DCT is generously sponsored by Barn 11 Productions. Not only is Barn 11 putting in countless unpaid hours editing these video podcasts for the DCT, they actually gave us money too. Awesome. Thanks, Barn 11.
Hi, and welcome to Postcards from DCT. In this episode of Close to the Curtain, we are back in Claire's head. Or are we? I'll let you decide that one. In Ellie's dramatic moments, we'll talk about where all plays start, with the writer. Enjoy.
You ready for the surprise I promised?
Well, I hope so. I got dressed up and everything. Wait. I had a really weird dream a couple of weeks ago, and I'm still freaked out, so this better not be scary.
Oh, it's not scary. It's actually great for you. We screen tested an episode we did a while ago, and guess what?
I'm getting a Yemi!
What on earth is a Yemi?
It's a combination of Yemi. It's an obscure Norwegian theatrical prize. It comes with tens of dollars and some prestige.
No, that is not the surprise.
All right, well, don't keep me in suspense.
We're going back to Grimm Brothers Studio. Management has done a 180 on the new rule. Everyone there is thrilled.
Well, that was a dream.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. You passed out from the heat after drinking that hot chocolate, so we just brought you back to the studio, propped you up in the chair, and it was hilarious.
You son of a... Oh, another sunny day, and we're back here at Grimm Brothers Studios. It seems their management team has done a complete turnaround on their decision to restrict actors to their character types. There is one exception, and that is the princesses. I've heard that everyone unilaterally is thrilled with this decision, and we're going to talk to some folks to find out why that is. I'm looking forward to speaking to some happy actors for a change. In a minute, we'll be speaking with Jack Wolf. In the past, Jack was limited to playing the big bad wolf in every production he's ever been in. He's never actually played anything else. I understand he's on the set of Cinderella and he's playing a character with which he is completely thrilled. Wow, Jack! You look awesome! Now, how did you, the ears, how did you do that?
It's tape, mostly string. Totally worth it.
Oh, well, the director tells me that you're doing a fantastic job playing Cinderella's evil stepmother.
Well, I'm thrilled to be given this opportunity. You know, I know management had dictated these mandatory roles to embarrass and spite us, you know, in retaliation for the FU action. I always knew there was more to my evil nature, though, than just growling and biting and spitting out. And the spitting out was the hardest part and the most disgusting part of my character's traits. But I'm a vegan, and, that requires discipline. My whole family, vegan, right? And they told me I need to be committed, one way or another. Now that I think about that, they might have meant something a little different. Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, this new character expansion policy, I can be just as scary as I ever was as a wolf. Now I use frightfully heartless language instead of growling teeth and gushing saliva. There's nothing to spit out either, other than insults and orders, right? It's very liberating. Plus, I get to feel superior, even though I'm evil, all right? It's the best thing that ever happened to my career.
Jack, I am thrilled about this for you. And really, I wish you a lot of success in your future endeavors. Since I know you're all wondering what happened to the anonymous wolf, we're going to chat with him again. He has quite a story.
Oh, hi, Claire. It's good to see you again. Boy, things around here have sure changed a lot since my last visit. You may have heard the management relented, but threw in a clause to put us in our place.
Yeah.
Well, that backfired. But it's proven to be beneficial to both sides. There's a whole new attitude on every set at the Grimm Brothers Studios.
That's great to hear. So, what are you doing now that has you so happy?
Well, I'm playing Sneezy in Snow White. They thought that since I can't stand on my hind legs, I would be short enough to play the role. They put pants on my front legs and they gave me a jacket with fake arms on it. Of course, my makeup, super thick and quite uncomfortable, but it makes my fur feel fantastic. Best thing about this role, they keep throwing pepper in my face. Make me sneeze. I love pepper. I love sneezing. This is the most ideal role I will ever have.
Wow. We're here speaking with Prunella, who you may remember is a fairy godmother and Joan Taylor Harmon's good friend. Well, that is quite a costume you've got on, Prunella.
Hello again, Claire. It's so nice to see you under such good circumstances. I hope everyone who watches your show gets to learn a good lesson out of what has happened here at Grimm Studios.
I really have to ask about your costume. It's just so wildly unusual. What character are you playing?
Well, this is a funny story. Management told me I had to play Henny Penny, and they gave me a chicken costume. This is actually it.
No, that doesn't look anything like a chicken. Henny Penny was not this.
That's the funny part. It was a chicken costume when they gave it to me, but as soon as I put it on, it changed into this. If I take it off and leave it for a day, it turns back into a chicken costume. Something in my magical nature just transforms the simple outfit into a fancy costume. I can't control it.
Well, that's amazing, but you can't play Henny Penny like this. What character are you playing?
They've given me the role of the rooster in the Town Musicians of Bremen. It was the closest part they could find to suit this costume. It's fun to play this part, and best of all, I've met someone special on set, if you know what I mean. So, F you has made my dream come true. Oh, it's so nice to have the shoe on the other foot for a change. I didn't realize how nice it was to have someone else make your dream come true.
Oh, I can see that. Look, here comes Joan Taylor Harmon. Doesn't she look unusual?
Off the set. Give her a glass of water. One with a Xanax in it.
It's good to see you, Joan. I hope you can forgive Prunella for laughing, but I mean, this is a really different look for you.
Well, you're not kidding. I mean, what the F you was thinking when they agreed to have me sign on this part. Oh, it's just beyond me. Oh, and such stingy efforts on the costuming. Look at this. This is my wand. It is a plastic microphone.
Oh, clearly.
Do they think nobody's going to notice that? Oh, I wish I had Pernella's gift for magical costume changes.
Yeah.
But I can control my magic and I'm not allowed to use it. Oh, well, I guess that's probably why they gave me the plastic microphone.
Yeah.
Oh, well. It's just one mandatory role. After that,
Yeah.
I can feel free to audition for whatever roles I want. Overall, I'm very happy.
Well, that's wonderful. And you know what? I am sure that you'll get lots of opportunities to play different things. I wish you the best of luck in the rest of your career. Thank you. Well, there you have it. Those were the actors who were forced into mandatory roles by the Grimm Brothers management. It seems like the attempt to manipulate a return to original constraints didn't work. However, it also seems like it turned out to be good for everyone, even management. I just love it when a bad plan turns into something good. Now, the only characters who were not forced into mandatory roles, they're also very happy. Let's chat with them and see how this worked out in their favors. We're here with Wanda A. Wanda had been restricted to playing only Rapunzel in all her past roles because of her beautiful long locks of golden hair. It would seem that nothing has changed for you. So why are you as happy as everyone else on set?
A lot has changed for me, actually. When they were assigning mandatory roles to every character they could think of, they couldn't find anyone else to play Rapunzel. That gave me a lot of power. So, I renegotiated my contract so that I could finally get a haircut and had a clause put in so that they would send me to business school.
Nice.
When they need an extra princess, I'll be available. And if they need me to play Rapunzel, my hair will be turned into a wig. Management considered that to be the kind of outside-of-the-box thinking that will help them in the future. I'm really looking forward to joining the management team. I'm tired of just being pretty all the time. I'm ready to be pretty and smart.
Well, that's pretty smart already. Okay, Wanda B, you also look happy. How has this reversal in policy affected you? I mean, you were only allowed to be a princess before, and you're still a princess. So how have things changed for you?
I can tell by your question that you've never been a princess before. Being a princess is the best. I mean, it's even better than being a queen. All you need to do is sit there and look good. Occasionally be a little nice-ish, but that's about as hard as it gets. And I can do that while standing on my head. Anyway, Wanda A was right for a change. You know, we were the only princesses, and knowing that gave us a lot of power. I'm making a lot more money. I got a pony in my dressing room, and with her moving to management, I finally get a shot at playing Rapunzel. Things really couldn't be getting any better for me. But you'll have to excuse me because my pony isn't really housebroken yet, and without being tended to, things can get a little slippery. So, thanks.
Well, good for her. Good for both of them. To finish our visit here at Grimm Brothers, we're going to speak with Martin Foxworthy, who, as you may remember, was the Actors Union rep during the massive protest. Hi, Martin. Listen, I can't help but notice that you still look mostly human. Are you continuing on as the union rep, or is something else going on here?
Yes and yes. I'm still a union rep, and something else is going on here. I'm playing the Hound in the Town Musicians of Bremen. I'm just not in costume yet. I've fallen hard for someone on set. She's mostly human, which didn't spark my interest at first, but as soon as she put on that chicken suit, I started to salivate. I don't do that unless there's a real attraction. Then, all of a sudden, she turned into an exotic bird. I never dreamt I would meet someone so delicious. I've got to have her. I know she feels the same way. She keeps looking at me like I'm the kind of bad boy she wants to smother. Speaking of which, I have to get changed and get on set. I can't let my special bird fall into the clutches of some other hound dog. Listen, you've done a lot for us and for the studio with your coverage. They got free publicity. We got free range. I'm sure this story is going to help all of us as well. It'll let our audience know what's coming. It'll create buzz for the studio, It'll encourage everyone to try new things. Come back whenever you want. It's always a pleasure to speak with you.
Thank you. Well, there you have it. Happiness returns to fairy tales, and we return to our studio in beautiful downtown Dunville. Thank you for tuning in.
Fairy tales, princesses, and unions. Oh my! Have we heard the last from Grimm Brothers Studio? Honestly, I have no idea. Now prepare to be educated with...
A person who writes plays is a playwright. Well, they may write down the dialogue and stage directions, but do you know a playwright is more than a writer? Like other rights, millwrights, wheelwrights, shipwrights, a playwright builds something. They construct and engineer a dramatic experience for us using not just language, words on a page, but dimensions of time and space. So, while write and write are homophones, words that sound the same, they have very different meanings. W-R-I-T-E doesn't even become a noun until it's attached to play. There are dictionaries and other sources now that say playwright is an acceptable spelling, but to me, that deflates the magic and devalues the work of our visionary engineers of drama. This has been Ellie B. of the DCT with another dramatic moment.
So did you ever reformat an SD card in a camera? Because they tell you to do that all the time. And then you realize you did not pull the day's shots from yesterday before you reformatted. So you go online and you buy data recovery software which says we can recover video files from SD cards after you reformat them. So you spend 2 nights trying and failing to recover any video files whatsoever from the card. And so you talk to your producer and you beg lorazepam because it's the only way you can get any sleep whatsoever with this disaster looming over your head. And then you realize, oh, you did take the files off and put them on the computer, but the only reason you realized that is because you were looking for something else and you forgot that you did it and you forgot where you put them, totally. You know, hypothetically speaking. Yeah, oops.
Shut up, Charles!